Hey guys, Dib the Awesome here to give you an event review slash guide video where we talk about the latest, event. We talk about it, what have you. This is a breeding event. This is St. Valentine's breeding event, Phase 2. This is the sequel to Phase 1. So in Phase 2, you get a bunch of legendaries, or like you can try out to get a bunch of legendaries. It depends if you have the materials to make them. That's really what these events are really for. In Phase 2, there are no substitutions. You have to have the materials, and I really don't like that. I wish you could. I don't necessarily like that. I wish you could use substitutions for 2 and 3, but you can't. For example, I wish I could use a substitution for Goldfield because I have Salamander for Oikawa. But I don't have. They don't do it. So that's for Phase 3. Yeah, only Phase 3 lets you have substitutes for. There are specific substitutes for specific breeding recipes, but again, they're only in Phase 3. So the Galante family is only good for Phase 3 and not for Phase 2 because you can't use them in Phase 2. So we're going to go down the list to review all the good rewards. Basically, how you do a breeding event, you need the materials for it. Since this is Phase 2, in Phase 1, you could have gotten the epic monsters, I do believe. All the epics that are needed for this event, you could have bred them, and with those bred monsters you need another specific monster, specifically some of the basics such as Magma, Worker Hulk, and Goldfield. At some point I did actually own Goldfield. I deleted them sadly, and that cost me the inability to actually get Oikawa, which is sad, but it's not necessarily I really need in terms of competitive play. It's more so a want than a need. I think he's decent, but it's not really any. It's not any better than the things in. I was gonna say skill groups 3, Phase 3. I'm sorry. But again, it's more so a want than a need. Honestly, I'll probably just wind up getting him in one of those crazy weeks because he was one of those monsters that was only priced at. Well, not only priced at. I mean, he got a good pricing of 230. And I really like that. I think that'll be the time I'd stock up on her and try to rank them up, personally, when I can do so, but I just can't. It would be something I would want to use. It's such a cool monster name. Oikawa. Oikawa. I think he's a pretty useful tank. He has we'll talk about him in a bit, but he's a lot. I think it's just fun to use. It's just something I'd want because it's fun and cool, and his name's awesome. It has the same enjoyment of saying "Hey man," at least that's how I personally feel. It's like this is one of those monsters with an awesome name, like "Hey man" or "Hi miss," and this one's like "Oh we go." This is really good. This is a really good name. One of the better named monsters in this game. I enjoy it. Firestorm. Firestorm is the first breeding monster on this list with the combination of Magma and Incatus. Now, I actually learned that Incatus was really good. Is not actually a bad monster. He actually holds pretty good base stats. He actually holds 21k life, which is pretty good. Not too flimsy for an epic. Given an epic stats, that's not too bad. On the other hand, with this legendary monster that we're supposed to be talking about right now, not the epic. This I almost called it an epic. This legendary monster isn't all that good. It's just garbage. Single target stun, 50% AoE burn. That's not even a AoE damage skill. It's a single target skill with an AoE effect that has the chance to burn everyone. It's just old. It is dirt old. This monster is old. It is I think it came out the same time as Voltic, if I'm not mistaken. So the superhero maze, it's just old. Voltic doesn't suffer from old age, but this thing certainly does. It's extremely slow. One of the less reliable fire monsters in the game. It's really garbage. Out of all the monsters on this list, I'd say this one's the worst. In terms of just final breeding, getting the monster, as in Noctum, Lamuna, Oikawa, Mystery. This is the worst one of them all. but you need this to make Remiel in stage 3. So if you need Remiel, you need to get this boy, even if you don't want him, like competitively or just personally, you have to have him for phase 3 for Remiel's combination. So this is just a thing for that. Beyond that, you don't necessarily need him for anything else. If you don't want Remiel, don't bother going for this thing if you don't have it yet. And honestly, this thing was a calendar gift. If you just did the calendar, you could have just got enough cells to craft Firestorm. I actually have one crafted for said event for Remiel. I wanted to get Kihaku, Cloud, and Remiel in this event. And yeah, I'm prepared for that. Noctum. Noctum is he's an old monster, but people still use him. It's a monster that's immune to possession. His ultimate is an instant kill, one of the best ultimates in the game, and it's an instant kill. Regardless of how low or how high your opponent's life is, they die if it lands. It's a coin flip, pretty much. If it lands on the correct thing, they die. That's the logic of it. It's a 50% chance to instantaneously die, and it's on an AoE scaling. For this combination, you need Haku and Nipadas. Nipadas is kind of I like to think he's harder to get out of all the other basic breedings because he requires, I think he required an odd pairing, like Obsidian and, it's the Cthulhu, yeah. Just completely random stuff, and it's a really odd combination. I have it now, but it just takes it's an odd combination. It takes that uncommon monster you get through the adventure map, or you could just breed it too, and it takes an epic monster that you get through events. So that's a thing. Besides the instant kill, which is the thing you use it for, that's, in all honesty, between him and Oros, I'm more so terrified, if it's just Oros or this guy, I'm more so terrified of Noctum than I am of Oros. One, because he's not slow. he's alright, fast, not too fast than most meta stuff nowadays, but he's fast enough not to be a rock like Oros. He gets his turns in pretty naturally. He has a single target possession skill. I don't think he had an AoE one. Special damage, nightmares, stamina. I think he had like some stamina drain too, or some pretty slow stuff. Not too variative, based on nowadays standards of dark monsters. Not too unique. Good for defense. That's really it. With that insta-kill ultimate. Your main goal is just to instantaneously kill everyone. While he doesn't have the mountain trait, again, with the whole insta-kill thing, you really want to control those monsters, because if they get their turn in and you miss like your deny or anything like that, there's a chance you will get insta-kill, and that's terrifying to me. It's just a harder monster to control in terms of possessing it. You can't really possess Noctum unless you use Hacked or Glitch. Lamuna. Lamuna is a combination with Worker, Hulk, and Nvidia. Basically, some of the ugliest monsters of mankind make this wonderful, enchanting space pirate lady. This is a really good monster. Lamuna's awesome. I have her rank too. I absolutely adore her kit. While it's not the most broken stuff, it is the most utilitative. It's very, very good. Basically, what she has on her belt, she has a single target heal. I think it's like a 30% heal and a stamina refill on Lamuna. She can use this on anybody, including herself, and it also activates her moves again. So that means whoever she puts it on has their whole moveset again. They have it all to themselves again. It's not cooldowns, activated skill or anything like that. It's just straight up gives you all your moves back. So if you have like an extra turn monster, they now have all their skills. They have those skills back if you have just used them. It is really, really, really good. She also has a single target cooldowns activation skill that can be reset with the reset skill again. The drink, the thing that gives you 30% healing and gives Lamuna stamina refill. Really, really good. AoE remove positive effects and gives negate healing. While it isn't reverse healing, it is preventing people to heal, and healing's pretty clutch right now. It can save lives. That's really good. That is a really good to have, like a negative healing and remove positive effects. It really just stings tanks. And this monster is really, really good. And you absolutely need Lamuna for stage 3. Out of all of the monsters in this event, the thing in this for stage 2, if you don't have Lamuna yet, is Lamuna. If you don't have it yet, is Lamuna. I know that was the weird phrases. But basically, this is the thing you need to have by the end of Phase 2. There's a day and 7 hours at the time of recording this video. You need this for Kihaku. You just absolutely need it. And you need a Worker Hulk. In order to get Worker Hulk, you need it's like Hyperion and Pandolf. That's the combination. It's just a really ugly combination for a really just ugly monster. And you need Invidia. Invidia, I believe you needed for Remiel too. So if you have Remiel and you picked up Firestorm in this section of the event too, you're ready for Remiel. Invidia could be picked up in Phase 1. Oikawa is made with Salamander and Goldfield. This is a pretty doable combination, especially because of the event right now, which is the Forces of Elements maze. You can literally pick up Salamander, hatch him quickly, and if you already have Goldfield, bam, you can start on this right away. Oikawa, if you have nothing else for this event. That's what you could literally do. Oikawa is basically a meat tank. He sponges damage. He sponges damage like a pro, and he can be immune to all the deny in the game, except, exclusive denies. I don't know if his immune to stun grants him immunity to mega stun. I don't know that. I think Bowtie is the only one that has done that so far. I don't know if NEPS can do that too, but so far I've only seen Bowtie's. Protect against mega stunning. But he can set himself up with immunity to possession, immunity to freeze, and immune to stun. So all the basic deny in the game. And he's taunted. So even if he used like single target skills like grant a deny, you can't deny him. He also starts off with hardened. The thing is with most monsters that have like gain like immunity, like a self immunity, they probably already have like one of the first immunities. Not always the case, but sometimes some monsters actually do reapply the same immunity again, even though they have it. Like Wojtek, for example, he has immune to freeze, and he has an AoE that gives immune to freeze and stun. Basically, he doesn't have the stun, but he's already have the immunity to freeze. So basically, he's only getting one immunity out of that. This one gets all 3. It's a self skill, so you can't use it on others. But the main point of it is it draws in all the attacks. He is fairly tanky. If you build him extra guy, you can, the rainbow build of a life, strength, and speed. You can take advantage of that and not have to worry about him being denied single targetly. However, this is not good. This is not good for AoEs. This goes for any taunter in the game. This taunt's virtually useless against AoE attacking monsters or AoE reliant monsters such as deniers. They really, really don't care about taunt. But it's really good to protect from single target damage, and for the most part, tanks are designed to sponge single target damage. Which is usually really good. Other things that Oikawa has, I think this is a nice skill. It has spammable 30% heal that removes all negative status effects and gives him double damage on his next attack. Obviously, that's it's a turn cooldown. When I say by next attack is on his next turn, he'll have double damage. Sad part though is it doesn't last for more than one turn. He can use this on either a 55 damage 1 turn cooldown stun skill, 2 turn cooldown 65 damage stun skill, or one of his AoEs. One of them is I don't know if it was a 30 or 40 damage AoE. I think it was 4D, 35. I can't remember on top of my head what the scaling of the stun is at the moment. But I know he also holds a 45 damage AoE. I'd personally just run the solid damage, personally. And I guess it would depend. I'd say it depends on what you're going to use him for. I think that's because this monster can be used as your attacker, or he can be used as just your tank, your extra guy monster that doesn't necessarily die in one hit. But those are the key uses. His ultimate's also a AoE possession. This is really good. This is extremely good. If he gets his ultimate, you're in a good position. It's got a really good ultimate for an attacker or a tank. because he possesses everybody. Right now, everyone's running around with like cryotans and all that crazy stuff. So if this thing gets his ult, uh, and he avoids the mega stun, what have you, that's really good for you. That is extremely good for you. Yeah, extremely. I'm sad I can't get this thing. That's okay. I can live without it. And get stuff in phase 3. That's the most important stuff. Personally, if you have stuff for phase 3, just save your time for phase 3. I should save that actually at the end because this isn't even over yet. But this monster isn't bad. This Oikawa isn't necessarily bad. There's just people prefer other damage dealers. It's not a bad monster. I will say, in terms of relevance, I always say Lamuna down is all relevant to the meta. They're all really good in their own way. We still haven't even talked about Mystery yet, but I'm sounding like I've already done with the video. But yeah, Oikawa's alright. He's pretty good. But compared to the stuff in phase 3, not as important. You need Oikawa to breed Undertaker. So if you really, really want Undertaker, let's say you really wanted him for a really long time, you have to have Oikawa. That might bother people, but that's the truth. You need Oikawa and you need Noctum. That one monster takes 2 legends, and you might not even have the Noctum yet. So that one might not be worth your time in terms of getting to phase 3, at least the stuff in phase 3. Mystery is a combination of MC Boss and Growler. Yep. Growler. Mystery is really, really good at the moment. She is capable of possessing a single target. She is capable of AoE possessing everyone by a 50% chance, and AoE freezing by a 50% chance. And the neat thing about that is I do believe they're on 1-turn cooldowns. So she has fairly low cooldown deny. The problem is it's 50% chance, and you have, it's a 50% chance. Though you can use it quite a bit. I do believe they're both on a 1-turn cooldown scaling. We can see that real quick. Let's see here. I put her... Oh, where did I put my mystery? That's a real mystery right here. I actually don't know where I wound up putting mine. I have like 0 clue. I really don't know. Where did I put it? It's around here somewhere. But no, I think it's a 1-turn cooldown. I have no idea where my Quizma is. Quizma's my mystery, and I have no idea where she is on this map. Which sounds ridiculous. You'd think I would know where every single thing is, but I just got a lot of stuff, and it's just buried. It's just buried in all the stuff that I have. Oh, there she is. I can't really access her too. I think a faster way would have been just, can I just click on them and, nope. I think it's a 1-turn. I don't think they changed the cooldown on it. I think it's 1-turn cooldown. But regardless, you do need Mystery. If you wanted Cloud, you do need her for, you do need Mystery for Cloud in phase 3. I do believe that was Cloud's combination. You needed Mystery, and then you needed something else. I think it was Incanitus. I think you need Incanitus for that. So yeah, if you have Incanitus and you have Mystery, I do believe that makes Cloud. So if you really want Cloud, you need Mystery. That needs to be done. So yeah, she's really relevant in the meta just simply because she can possess, and a lot of people are just kind of cramming Cryotan on defense. So that's really good if you do that. Another problem is she's slow naturally. I think she ran like Thetis speed, so she's kind of dirt slow. You can also run her as like a sub denier. If we're on our team speed, rather full speed. Overall, this phase is all right, but compared to phase 3, you don't necessarily need them. in terms of competitive play. However, you do need them to make Phase 3. I will say that. Lamuna's also exceptionally well. I will say out of all the monsters, Lamuna's really good. Like, really, really good in terms of what she can do. I love her utility. AoE possessions, AoE immunity to possession, remove positive effects, add negate heal. Really good universal stuff. A really well balanced support for the whole team. It's a really good monster, and Mystery too. She's really relevant too in the meta. Oikawa's a lot of fun too. Again, like Lamuna downwards are really good for the competitive scene. But yeah, they don't compare to Phase 3. Phase 3 is just amazing. But you do need to pick them up for Phase 3. Specifically Lamuna. Lamuna, again, most important thing, pick her up. She really isn't a bad monster. She's really good. Extremely good. Extremely, extremely, extremely good. You need it to beat Kyaku, which is one of the best monsters in the game. So do that. Pick up Lamuna today and or tomorrow. You have that much time. And Mystery for Cloud. You need Mystery for Cloud too. And Firestorm for Remiel if you're really psyched about that. But Remiel has actually the least amount of hype. I know Remiel has the least amount of hype. Out of all the combinations there, Remiel has the least amount of hype. It's not the fact he's bad, he's just compared to everything else, it's too good. All the other stuff is just way too good than Remiel. Period. Undertaker's really good. Revives everybody. Who else? Cloud's really good. Basically, tanky Demise. A lot of people think it really matters that he's a faster monster. A lot of people think he's garbage compared to Demise, but he's really not. He's really good. They both have their same uses. It's really, I guess you could say, a preference taste, but like his extra turn scale is better. It gives that monster precision too. So you're guaranteed to hit that double damage, and that's crazy. That's extremely good. And he doesn't die in one hit. It's just really good. It's extremely good, especially if you running him the same build. It's a tanky Demise. It's terrifying. Demise is you can easily one-hit Demise. You can't easily one-hit the Lion Cat. I guess, again, that depends on the build too, but yeah, it's just really good stuff in Phase 3. Kyaku, AoE, possession and freeze on 3 different skills. 3 skills. 3 out of the 4 skills that he can learn, AoE denies. This is just great. But that's it for this video. If you want to know any more questions, any questions you have, ask me in the comments below. I will answer them. And again, personally, me, if I was in your shoes, I would pick up Lamuna. I would pick up Mystery. In terms of what the best bang from my buck was, or at least the best time savings, I would pick up Lamuna and I would pick up Mystery. If I had those monsters, the materials for it, I would pick them up and go to Phase 3. If I knew I had the other materials for it, like which was be the MC boss and Lamuna for Kyaku, which I'm gonna do. I'm going to pick up Kyaku first, then I'm going to pick up Cloud second, and hopefully I can pick up Remiel by the time the event ends. I really want all 3 of those monsters. They're just really good, and I would like them. And yeah, that's it for this video. I'm Did the Awesome, and I'll catch you guys later.